What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin Sports with Jake. Hope we're all doing well. So, bit of a surprise. I'm doing my WrestleMania preview today. The plan was to do it tomorrow, but with the Firing Squad podcast, we weren't able to record yesterday. We were instead going to record tomorrow, so I wasn't sure if I was going to have time to record my podcast tomorrow, and I just could not preview WrestleMania. I promised all you guys that I was going to do it, and just I don't have it in me to not do that, so I decided let's do that today instead. So today we're just going to preview WrestleMania, preview each match, go through each match. This card is crazy. This could be one of the best WrestleManias ever. I am very excited for it. It is this weekend. Let's get started. So, Saturday, night one. First match is Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee in a tag team match against Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. I gotta be honest, I don't know what WWE is trying to do with the LWO. So they have a bunch of guys that are all kind of from similar backgrounds. They're all, from similar backgrounds. They all have kind of similar upbringings, kind of had similar roads to the show, I guess. But to me, the best performer in that faction is probably Dragon Lee, and he's been in the faction for less than 2 weeks. Like, Rey Mysterio obviously is an all-time great. He's already in the Hall of Fame. The greatest luchador of all time. But, he's towards the end of his career. He's still a very good wrestler, but he's not quite what he once was. You have, those two guys, Joaquin Wilde isn't any good. Del Toro isn't any good. But you have Carlito, he's had like a tag team match or two since he came back, and he's been back for a month. I don't know what he has left in the tank. I mean, he was at WWE for like 9 or 10 years. Zelina Vega is just there. Dragon Lee, I think, has a lot of potential. He's had a lot of success in NXT. He's had some matches on the main roster. And could be like a future Rey Mysterio. He's very talented. It screams like next Rey Mysterio, possibly. But obviously, he's still very young and this needs to wrestle more. So I'm not really sure what they're trying to do. I was hoping after Escobar turned on Rey in the LWO, maybe that would end it. Maybe you had him feud with Carlito, and then you have Rey come back, have them feud. I was hoping the match would be Rey against Santos Escobar in a singles match at WrestleMania, but obviously Dominic got involved. And now, Legado del Fantasma, which I don't mind. I like Santos Escobar a lot. Obviously, he's got his two buddies, Alberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. WWE's tried a couple different gimmicks with them. None of them have really caught on. Hoping this one does. And obviously, you have the other lady in that. I forgot her name. She's again kind of just there. And you have Dom Mysterio is kind of in it, kind of not. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that excited for this match. I really wish it was Rey against Santos Escobar. Like, Rey and Dominic, yes, they had the WrestleMania match last year. It was a great match. But, I don't know what they're doing with this. I think Rey and Dragon Lee are going to win. Honestly, no, now I think about it, I think you should have Santos and Dominic win, but I just don't know what they're trying to do. I could see, if this was, Survivor Series and you did, a 5-on-5 match, so Rey, Dragon Lee, Del Toro, Carlito, and Joaquin Wilde, and then Legado del Fantasma, which would be Santos Escobar, Angel Garza, Alberto Carrillo. You grab Dom Mysterio, and they just grab somebody else. Maybe Logan Paul, who's had issues with Rey Mysterio in the past. Not on WWE television, not off screen. I'm sure a lot of us don't like Logan Paul, but that's another story for another day. But, WrestleMania, I just don't know what they're trying to do. Are you going to drag us out to Survivor Series, which is normally, November? It's April. May, June, July, August, September. You can't drag us out another 7 months. There's no shot. This isn't the bloodline. So I don't know what they're trying to do here. But Triple H has done a phenomenal job since taking over creative, a year or two ago. Everything he's touched has turned to gold. Every single time it's just like, what are you trying to do here? Within a week, I'm like, oh, you're trying to do that. I like that a lot. So, for example, when he had, Cody come out and be like, oh yeah, I'm not going to fight you at WrestleMania. And then The Rock comes out. He whispers something to Cody. He goes face to face with Roman. Everyone was pissed off. And then a week later, you had that little event and just, well, yes, as bad as the ending of that Raw was, Triple H fixed it within a week. So, maybe he has something planned. I don't know. But for now, I think I don't really know who wins that match. Like, Dom and Ray, like, I feel like you've been there, done that at this point. I don't know what you're trying to do with the LWO. Obviously, you're having them feud with Legado del Fantasma. This might be more as a way to, like, obviously the Judgment Day is coming to a close. I really think, Dom's probably going to join Legado del Fantasma, and maybe he'll be replaced by Andrade or something. I don't know if Andrade will be involved in this match or not. Maybe he gets involved in that. I don't know, but I think Escobar and Dom are going to win. And you have a 6-woman tag match. It is Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. Obviously, she was in the Royal Rumble. It's her first, outside of the Royal Rumble, it's her WWE debut. Against Damage Control, of course, Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. Obviously, Sky's a little busy with Bayley. I think Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca are going to win this match. Because, it's Jade Cargill's first match, by the way. Her potential is incredible. I think she's going to fight Bianca Belair next year at WrestleMania. I think when the Royal Rumble happened, a lot of us thought that was going to happen this year. Jade hasn't wrestled in a match that's not the Royal Rumble in months. She wasn't all that great at AEW. Like, yeah, she didn't lose, but there's no talent over there besides her, and at least not in the women's division over there. So, she needs a little bit of training. That's why it took her this long to really, officially sign her contract of SmackDown. So, but I think Jade, Bianca, and Naomi are going to win this match. Yeah, the 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. The Judgment Day, of course, Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Against the Awesome Truth, Miz and R-Truth. But what they are doing is so funny. R-Truth is hilarious. DIY, which is Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. The New Day, which is Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, of course. They've won, 11 tag titles together. New Capture Republic which is Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I don't really get their team name, but those two together are phenomenal. I'm very happy Pete Dunne is Pete Dunne again, and not Butch. And 8-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, who just drive me crazy. By the way, I follow this guy Joey Swole on Facebook. He's like a fitness influencer. He also, a lot of times he'll see videos of people being very disrespectful to the gym. If you're filming and someone walks in front, they get all pissed off. Apparently, Theory and Waller did that happen with them, and they got pissed off, and Joey Swole called them out. And Theory fired back, and now he's challenged to a match for WrestleMania. The guy's huge. He's enormous. But I'm thinking, dude, you might be huge, but you can't mess with a good wrestler. And Austin Theory is a professional wrestler, and he's a 2-time United States champion at the age of 25 or 26 years old. It's not gonna go well. And also, I'm pretty sure the whole thing, the video was staged, dude. They're heels. He says, he's watched WWE since he was younger, since, Undertaker and Hulk Hogan. Dude. They're heels. It was so clearly part of their character. They were staying in character, dude. So, I don't know what's supposed to happen, if he's joking or not, but that's something I saw on social media. But, by the way, what are we doing with those two? I like Grayson Waller a lot, and I like Theory to an extent. I like Grayson Waller a lot. But together, it's weird. They're so similar. You would think, oh, these two together would be perfect, because they're so similar. But they're so similar that it's almost too good to be true, like that kind of thing. To me, it hasn't worked. I'm kind of hoping one of them turns on each other, but they're both heels. You really can't turn either of them face, at least not yet. So if someone turns on another one, will that even work? So they're in a weird spot. But for this match, the 6-pack ladder match, I think Austin Truth is going to win. I think they've been building that for a while now. Obviously, for Truth, kind of being in the Judgment Day, kind of not being, and then they kicked him out, and then he finally realized, I have a feeling, R-Truth is going to be one of those things. He's right place, right time, and he just grabs it, and at first he won't realize it, and I'm like, oh, wait, I'm a champ! But I think the Awesome Truth is going to win. Of course, they are reunited from years ago, but I think they'll win this match. So I think the Judgment Day is coming apart. Jey Uso against Jimmy Uso. That should be a phenomenal match. In the different WrestleMania, this could have main evented. I'm going to take Jey Uso. I think you got to go with Jey Uso. Obviously, the bloodline is going in a different direction. It seems like so. But I'm taking Jey Uso. That should be a great match, but I'm taking Jey Uso. The Intercontinental Championship. Gunther against Sami Zayn. This one, if you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said I would have rather Gunther fight Chad Gable. I think Gunther's going to win. Then Sami Zayn lose to Bronson Reed. Like, oh yeah, he's definitely winning. Then he had the whole training video that he did with Chad Gable. I was like, ooh, maybe Zayn might win. Also, this is very similar to his storyline in NXT, where he just kept coming up short. He's the underdog, and eventually he came through, and he won the title. I think it's very similar to that. But then, obviously Sami Zayn had a rematch with Bronson Reed, and then, during the match, Gunther, dragged Chad Gable up there, and Sami Zayn went to check on him, and Gunther attacks him. So he's got the momentum. I don't know. Look, Gunther is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. The run he's been on has been absolutely incredible. It's kind of like Roman Reigns' run. Obviously, it's not 1,300 days, but still, it's over 600 days. And Gunther's there every night. He's fighting every night. He fights in every pay-per-view. Roman's there every couple of months. I'm not sure if he hasn't worked outside of, this last week before WrestleMania. He hasn't worked back-to-back shows in a couple of years. So, is Sami Zayn the guy to take the title off him? I don't know. So, I'll say Gunther retains. I will say Gunther retains. The only thing is, if you lose to Sami, who's next? No, I think you could do... I would like to see LA Knight maybe get involved. Maybe after WrestleMania, we'll see what happens. The Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley against Becky Lynch. This should be a phenomenal match. You obviously have two big stars. Rhea Ripley is on an incredible run as Women's World Champion. She's had it over a year at this point, I think. And Becky Lynch is obviously is always going to be a top star in the women's division, one of the all-time greats, absolute stud. For a while, I thought, yeah, Becky's definitely going to win. The more I think about it, I think Rhea's going to retain. It's been a while since Becky's been the champ. I think it's time to give her the belt again. But, I don't know. And then when she beats Becky, you think, all right, who's next for Rhea? She has Charlotte Flair's out of action right now. She's part-time at this point anyway. But, but they've already had many matches already. I think they fought WrestleMania last year or the year before, and Rhea won. She's fighting Becky now. Maybe you have her fight Bianca? Could that be a SummerSlam thing? I don't know. But if Becky wins, who's up next for her? Realistically, unless you're turning Bianca heel, which I think they're going to do eventually, but I think she's fighting Jade Cargill at WrestleMania next year, so that probably won't happen for a little while. Naomi hasn't been back long enough. Maybe Asuka. Asuka's one of the top women in the division. Maybe you have her fight Becky. Maybe, so you just see what they do afterwards, but I think Rhea's going to retain the title. That'll be my pick, but that can go either way. And then the main event, tag team match. The Rock and Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Maybe the greatest tag team match in the history of WrestleMania. I got The Rock and Roman winning. I think it'll set up Bloodline Rhodes of WrestleMania. Cody and Roman, and that match is going to go down in history as one of the greatest of all time. Night number 2. That's a tag team match. It is Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, which of course Montez Ford and Andrew Dawkins, which is, they are known as the Pride, and against the Final Testament, which is Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain ALP, which is Akam and Razar. To me, I think this, I'm interested to what happens after WrestleMania because, like, they've been going at each other for a while now. To me, they haven't made a lot of progress, but I'm very interested to see what happens afterwards. We'll see. This is one of those things. If they have a really killer match, WWE might have something. But if they just have a kind of an match, at that point, just like, okay, this might not be working. You know, for a while, I didn't love the Street Profits with Bobby Lashley. Then as they progress, I thought, all right, this is actually starting to work a little bit. But I'll say the final Testament wins. They have the momentum. I will take them to win. LA Knight against AJ Styles. That should be a great match. I am very happy LA Knight's making his WrestleMania debut. Everyone says, some people think, he should have won the Money in the Bank last year. They thought maybe it should have been the world title picture or fighting a championship match. Look, 2 years ago, LA Knight was completely off the radar. And now he's fighting one of the greatest in-ring performers ever in AJ Styles. And LA Knight's going to win this match. That's going to be a great match. I have LA Knight winning. The United States Championship is a triple threat. Logan Paul against Randy Orton against Kevin Owens. I think Logan Paul is going to retain. Look, Logan Paul as a person is an absolute asshole. I don't like him as a person. I don't really watch his podcast unless he has, like, John Cena or Roman Reigns or Rhea Ripley on. As a person, I don't like him at all. As a wrestler, he is really good. There's a reason he's already United States champion. You know, I'm sure a lot of wrestlers don't like him. You know, he's only matches he's had have been on pay-per-views. Him on the mic, it worked because he's a heel, but it's just kind of weird. It's like, he's so arrogant, but like he's so arrogant, but he's supposed to be arrogant, but also like that's kind of how he is in general. Like, should I like this? I don't know. A few weeks ago, I was thinking I think Kevin Owens was going to win. Now, I don't know. But I'll say Logan Paul retains. WWE Women's Championship, Io Sky against Bayley. I got Bayley winning. You know, Bayley's very underrated all time when it comes to women's wrestlers. She is phenomenal. Now, she is, Triple H has given her a lot of credit, for what she's done for that women's locker room. She's been here a while. She's done it all. NXT, she's been an NXT Women's Champ. She's been, Raw and SmackDown Women's Champ. She's been at the top. Obviously, her whole thing of Sasha Banks, obviously she had that whole thing, which was great. Her run with Damage Control was great. She's had many classic matches at WrestleMania. Her versus Io Sky should be a great match, and I have Bayley winning. The World Heavyweight Championship, Seth Rollins against Drew McIntyre. This should be a phenomenal match. I have Drew McIntyre winning. People forget, so obviously Roman Reigns has, during the whole COVID, the guys when it comes to wrestlers that carry them through, Roman deserves all the credit. Somebody else who deserves just as much credit probably is Drew McIntyre. He was the champion, at one point, during that whole thing, and he was one of the guys that helped him get through that really tough time. And he's been saying he wants, to win the world title in front of an actual crowd. Because when he did it, it was in front of no fans. It was at the height of the pandemic. Then we get to his shot. Seth Rollins got so many injuries. He was out, 4 weeks for torn meniscus? That's almost unheard of. Obviously, he's got the back problem. It might be time for him to take some time off. I love Seth Rollins. He's one of the greatest in-ring performers ever. But Drew McIntyre deserves this. His heel work he's been doing is absolutely phenomenal. They'll set up a rev of CM Punk eventually, or CM Punk might be on commentary. It's gonna be very exciting. I got McIntyre winning, and the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, and I have Cody Rhodes finishing his story. I think it's obvious. You got Xavier Woods came out on the podcast, said there's no chance Roman's winning. Cody Rhodes went on First Take and said, if I lose, I might as well go to commentary because, the fans are going to lose faith in me. The fans are too passionate for me to lose. Cody's winning. It's going to be Bloodline Rules. I think this match is going to be insane. Obviously, so also Cody will be involved. Jimmy Uso will be involved. I think on Cody's side, Seth Rollins will be involved. Jey Uso will be involved. I wouldn't be surprised if John Cena's involved. Remember when The Rock and Cody had, the truck Cena and Stone Cold? I think that was done on purpose. I don't think that was a coincidence. I think Stone Cold might be involved. By the way, if Stone Cold comes out there, if you hear Glass Shatter, That might be the biggest pop in the history of professional wrestling. It just might be. By the way, John Cena is going to be there. He'll be there in some fashion. Either way, I think Stone Cold will be. It's not really WrestleMania without Stone Cold or John Cena. Very excited for WrestleMania. And by the way, Roman's about to lose the title. People don't realize how incredible of a run this is, how he carried them through the tough times of the pandemic. What he has done for the company is out of this world incredible. You know, how he's progressed as a wrestler, as, you know, on the mic, the guy who forgot his lines against John Cena a bunch of years ago to what he's doing now, how he's elevated other people, the aura he has as the tribal chief, as the head of the table. He's one of the all-time greats. So one last time, I'm going to acknowledge my tribal chief. Thank you, my tribal chief. But it's time for Cody to finish the story. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time, so long, and have a great day. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time, so long.